Right now at 10, a Jackson County sergeant facing charges. The reason he's on unpaid leave.
And updates on a stolen truck that crossed state lines. The search for the suspect has officially ended.
Plus, after meeting with Putin and Zelensky separately, President Trump says a trilateral sit-down with both is imminent.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Breaking news tonight on that Vernon County manhunt that first began Friday. Police have now found and arrested Nathan Gosman in Rochester, Minnesota.
Gosman is booked in Olmsted County awaiting extradition. He's accused of leading Viroqua police on a high-speed chase before losing them near Retreat. Police believe he then stole a Town of Wheatland truck to get across state lines. Police found that truck in Rochester earlier today. Vernon County prosecutors will be filing formal charges.
Legal trouble for a Jackson County sergeant. Stan Eddington is now charged with second-degree reckless injury. Eddington allegedly shot a 17-year-old during a May 12th traffic stop pursuit in Hickston. The teen suffered a spinal cord injury and was left paralyzed. Body cam footage allegedly shows Eddington firing 22 shots at the vehicle. Right now, he is on unpaid administrative leave. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office is also requesting an outside law enforcement agency to conduct an internal review of the case.
President Trump continued his efforts to bring an end to the war in Ukraine today with a historic meeting at the White House involving Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and a number of European heads of state. CBS News' Torian Small has more details.
President Trump hosted Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and a number of European leaders at the White House on Monday. The meeting comes on the heels of the president's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska on Friday. Both President Zelensky and President Trump praised Monday's talks.
The war is going to end. When it ends, I can't tell you, but the war is going to end.
I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one.
Zelensky said he is hopeful that there will soon be trilateral talks in which he will have the opportunity to meet with both Putin and President Trump.
President Trump will try to organize such meeting, and he said that he will come or not come. Ukraine will be happy if you
both want me there, I will be there. Yeah.
Monday's meeting with President Trump was far different in tone than President Zelensky's last visit to the White House.
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
When President Trump publicly berated President Zelensky. But while Monday's meeting was viewed as largely positive, many questions remain, including how Ukraine and Russia will divide territory. During the president's meeting with European leaders, prime ministers and chancellors emphasized the need for stability in the region.
Everybody around this table is in favor of peace.
And urged President Trump to push for a ceasefire.
I can't imagine that the next meeting would take place without a ceasefire. So let's work on that, and let's try to put pressure on Russia.
President Trump offered no ceasefire promises. Torian Small, CBS News, the White House.
And a Fairchild woman born in Ukraine is reacting to those peace talks tonight. Valentina Pavsukova runs a nonprofit in Fairchild that has sent millions of dollars in medical supplies to Ukraine. Speaking tonight from Ukraine, she says she hopes to see a ceasefire, but says Ukrainians will not give up any of their territory.
We have way too many people living in unoccupied territories, which is about 3 million people who want to be Ukraine, not Russia. If President Putin would want it to stop war, it would happen today. The missiles, the Shahed drones would not fly over our heads and would not kill civil people.
If a deal can be reached, Pavsukova says it has to be one that ends the conflict for good.
Well, after a pretty warm and humid weekend, we've got some cooler conditions headed our way, Greg. Let's get the breakdown with that.
Yeah, it's going to slow cool down and maybe slow less humidity as we go throughout the next couple days. Along with the humidity and all that moisture we've had, we're going to deal with some fog each morning. That could extend beyond a couple days too. But as I mentioned, less humid. That's going to be the bigger story. We still got some flood warnings out there. We've seen some decrease to the Trempealeau. We're going to see a rise up in the Kickapoo and then the upper Iowa River. Dorchester's starting to fall a little bit, and Decorah is going to have it too. So these continue to go on, but that's the only issues we have. We have no other precipitation going on. There's your visibility starting to already drop. It'll clear. Marshall, Ladysmith's all seen some drops too. That's going to be the common theme as we go throughout the time frame overall this morning. As you look at the fog, eventually we'll see some breaks in the clouds towards noon. 76 less humid, but overall more sun as we go into the afternoon. And clouds may linger a little bit longer also for Eau Claire than La Crosse, but otherwise we'll see some sun going into the afternoon. 75 as we get towards noon with less humidity. That's the bigger story. Now going forward, we do have better conditions, yes, as you mentioned, cooler, but even some fall-like conditions in the forecast too, and I'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Great Rivers United Way gave a closer look into the realities of living in poverty. They hosted a poverty simulation today. The interactive experience helps participants better understand the hardships some individuals and families face.
It's really comprehensive for people to actually experience life when things aren't going quite the way that everybody planned them to go.
The simulation sheds light on systemic barriers and tough decisions that low-income households face daily.
A Democratic candidate for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District stopped in Eau Claire today. Rebecca Cook talked to community leaders about the cost of living and health care for veterans. She says bringing down the cost of living for constituents would be a priority for her campaign.
Able to talk about those lived experiences, I think, really earns the trust of voters. They know that you're going to have the best interest for them, and it's about supporting working class families and not elites in Washington.
In response, Congressman Van Orden issued a statement that says in part, quote, while Rebecca Cook courts the support of socialists and other career politicians, I'm out here delivering real results for Western Wisconsin.
A Wisconsin lawmaker wants to make back-to-school shopping a little easier for families. News 8 Now's Jadis McGee joins us with the story.
Democratic Senator Brad Pfaff is pushing a bill to save parents money. Pfaff wants to create a 3-day back-to-school sales tax holiday in Wisconsin. The bill would help families cover things like clothing and school supplies.
Working families obviously do their very best in order to provide for their families. But with inflation going up 20% since the year 2020, more needs to be done in order to assist these working families.
Earlier this month, Iowa held its 2-day school tax break. Shoppers were able to buy clothing and footwear for under $100 without paying a state or local sales tax. Right now, only 17 states have sales tax holiday breaks similar to this. Pfaff says the earliest the bill could kickstart would be 2026 school year, but says he remains persistent to provide tax relief for working families. Reporting in the newsroom, Jadis McGee, News 8 Now.
All right, thank you, JDS. La Crosse is expanding its 4 through K preschool access. The district is adding free all-day options at 6 locations. The program also has free morning and afternoon transportation enrollment. Enrollment is now open. For a list of the locations, call 608-789-7006 or send an email to preschool@lacrossesd.org.
Well, educators and students packed Logan High School's gym today for a more than typical pep rally. It celebrated public school achievements while recognizing the hard work behind the scenes. Multiple schools gathered to discuss challenges teachers and students face, from late nights grading papers to late nights and long hours completing homework. Officials honored staff members who have taught for 25 years and also welcomed 80 new staff members to the district.
And because our community supports us, they're willing to do important things like fund buildings for the next century. And so the referendum that passed, it passed with 60% support. That is incredible on a building referendum worth $53.5 million.
School officials say quality public education serves as the foundation for democracy and the economy.
West Salem staff got a surprise speaker at their Welcome Back in-service today. Motivational speaker, author, and educator Gary Brooks gave remarks at the event. He's gained a following of over 2 million followers of social media, sharing his passion for teaching and helping other educators improve their skills in the classroom.
Well, having that experience, I know what they're going through, so it's just a blessing to be able to go and encourage them and allow them to step into the school year with some specific tools that will help them as they deal with parents, colleagues, and students.
Brooks has spoken to school districts across the country.
The La Crosse Public Library breaking ground on some new renovations. The project will modernize library spaces by adding new classrooms, meeting rooms, and an upgraded computer lab. The library's internet access will also see improvement.
We have a lot of folks in the area who don't have internet at home. It's very expensive, getting more expensive all the time. And so providing those opportunities here in the space is really important to us.
A $3 million state grant is funding the construction project, expected to be completed in January.
Boy and Girl Scouts set sail this afternoon in search of a new badge. The Scouts of 4 troops look to earn their sailing merit badges on Lake Onalaska. Scouts learned about different parts of a sailboat, as well as how to tie knots and set sail.
It's just the learning, all the little things, all the names of things, like what they actually are. Like you hear boom, but do you actually know what that means? I didn't. And then, just learning all that.
Now, if your Scout missed this week's lessons, you can go again next Monday at 6:30 at 3600 Lakeshore Drive. Coming up, Hurricane Erin still looming over the East Coast, where the storm could strike next.
Plus, a new honor for the late President Jimmy Carter.
Get an 11% rebate on new furniture now at Menards. Shop our great selection of indoor furniture where comfort meets style at prices you'll love. From comfy sectionals to stylish recliners and more, we have furniture to match every style and every room. Hurry in now to get hot summer deals on cool new furniture while supplies last. Plus, get an 11% rebate right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
'Cause everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
When you need a truck to get you from the job site to the campsite, drive your story with a new Ram from Pischke Motors.
Get your Ram now during the Make This the Summer sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors to save 10% off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500, plus get 3.9% financing for 72 months. Ram trucks are built to serve power. So get in a Ram today. Hurry in because this offer ends August 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Hurricane Erin is back to a Category 4 and could cause some dangerous conditions along the East Coast. Christian Benavides has the latest.
Hurricane Erin showed no mercy, lashing Caribbean islands as a monster Category 5 storm before weakening. But the respite was brief, with Erin regaining strength Monday to a Category 4. Forecasters expect Erin to steer clear of the U.S., but warn the storm remains a threat, with dangerous surf and rip currents likely.
These dark colors here are significant wave heights in excess of 20 to 30 feet, even exceeding 50 feet near the center of Erin. So this is going to make for very dangerous marine conditions across all of the western Atlantic and increase the risk for dangerous and life-threatening surf and rip current conditions across almost the entire U.S. East Coast.
Officials in North Carolina aren't taking any chances, ordering evacuations for some islands along the Outer Banks. Residents and tourists race to get out.
We're from New Jersey. We experienced Sandy, so we know the drill, and probably better to be safe than sorry.
People are enjoying Miami Beach now, but officials there are preparing too. Ocean rescue teams are telling beachgoers to be on the lookout for red flag warnings, indicating dangerous conditions and that people should stay out of the water.
We want to make sure that we inform the public, everyone's coming to the beach, so we make sure our lifeguards are ready and able, and making sure that they know exactly where the hot spots are, the problem areas.
Coastal flooding is expected to begin Tuesday and continue through Thursday. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami Beach.
The U.S. Postal Service honoring the late President Jimmy Carter with a new stamp. The Forever stamp comes out on October 1st. Carter would have turned 101. The stamp features an image of Carter from a 1982 painting created by Herbert Abrams. Carter was known as a prominent activist for peace and human rights around the world.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, the good news is less humid, pleasant conditions, minus the fog we'll deal with. But if you want some fall-like conditions, we also got that in the forecast. I'll explain all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
If you have aging or cracked sewer lines that need to be replaced, choose Maxwell White. We make sewer replacements a stress-free process and make sure your lines are good to go for many years to come. For a limited time only, we're offering financing with 0% interest for 48 months. So call today.
The chips that you like are not on sale this week, so we're gonna have to skip those. Sorry, bud.
Aww. Hi, we're at Woodman's. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. At Woodman's, you don't need a flyer to find hot deals.
With our everyday low prices and huge selection, you can find anything you're looking for.
And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money? Looks like your chips are back on the list.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
It's
Woodman's. A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Get 0% financing on this Silverado, plus $3,000 total cash allowance on select Silverado pickups. That's around $9,000 total value, plus $3,750 owner loyalty cash.
In 1969, Taco John's combined Western traditions with Mexican flavors and created West Mex. More than 50 years later, it still tastes like a good idea. Get crispy tacos for just $1.39 every Taco Tuesday, only at Taco John's.
Hurry, it's the Labor Day patio closeout at Home Seasonal Concepts. Up to 75% off select floor models. When they're gone, they're gone. Seat pads from just $19.99. Patio umbrellas starting at $69.99. Protective covers up to 50% off while supplies last at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Stubborn clog that just won't give? With our drain cleaning services, we can remove those stubborn blockages without jeopardizing the integrity of your pipes. For a limited time, we're offering financing options with no interest if paid in full within 18 months. So call today.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, an unexpected cookout on the highway. A truck carrying 40,000 pounds of ribeye steaks caught fire. This happening down in Missouri. A father-daughter firefighter duo responded to the scene and put out the fire. Unfortunately, none of the steaks made it out.
Unless you wanted it extra
well done.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a lot of money lost.
That is a
of
lot.
good meat. Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's an unfortunate loss.
Waste.
For sure. Also unfortunate, the amount of, well, I mean, not unfortunate, but a ton of rainfall recently and a little buggy out today.
Little buggy.
Little muggy, little buggy. Not great. Would love things to be cooling down, Greg.
Ooh, is that going to happen?
Yeah, it will cool down, get more probably fall-like. Unfortunately, the bugs are going to stick around yet until we get some frost or freeze issues. But we still got river issues to go on right now. Kickapoo's one that's going to start coming up here in the next day. We probably should get up into minor flood here. You can see the crest time there, given that it's going to be in a couple days too, so coming up and down. So right now there's a flood warning or flood watch given. But so far they're low, but that's coming up. Now the other two that I'll mention here are going back down the other way. At least some of the spots are. Arcadia is starting to come back down. They've crested. Dodge, you'll see that here going into actually early Wednesday morning, getting back just a minor flood stage, but the river is beginning to fall up towards Arcadia, so that's the good news. And then the upper Iowa one almost reached major flood stage at Dorchester, has starting to come back down. The crest has already happened. It is going to start falling back too, so that's the good news too with that. But Decorah is going to see it come back up. So we're not going to see much in the way of precipitation in the next 24 hours, so those things won't change too much. Otherwise, cloud cover as you go throughout the night. You see a little bit of shower activity. That's probably going to be more like drizzle, given the low cloud cover that will be out there more than rainfall. But as you wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to be the fog, the low cloud cover. It's not detecting some of this here. That's more just fog out there. That'll be the main issue going throughout the morning. You might see a little bit of a drizzle with that fog, persist all the way until about maybe 9 to 10. We'll start seeing at least some areas further south will start improving. Cloud may linger for some areas further north, but all in all, it'll be probably till about noon till we see more sun. Now in the afternoon time frame, oops, that kind of went through there fairly quick. We're going to start seeing a few showers that may develop up to the north and then kind of dig south. Isolated coverage you can see by 7 p.m. We might see a few. Otherwise, I think most areas will remain dry through the evening, a little bit clearing sky. And then as we go into a time frame Wednesday, we're going to see more clouds, at least in the morning once again. So common theme. Tomorrow's highs, low to mid 80s, pretty seasonable, but the humidity will come back down. A little bit more sun in the afternoon. Wednesday, we still could deal with low clouds and fog in the morning. It's going to be a persistent problem probably for a lot of the weeks. Temperatures a little bit cooler and less humid. And then we go Thursday, pretty much carbon copy of Wednesday, upper 70s, low 80s, less humidity, probably more sun. Hopefully less fog in the morning, but that still could be a problem to go on. Now going next, towards the end of Friday, we're going to start seeing another cold front that's going to come down right through here with the jet kind of digging south. That's going to bring another cold front through Friday, maybe a few showers, fairly dry front. So the bigger change will be probably the cooler air behind it and that north wind that'll pick up as we go into Saturday into Sunday. And then another piece comes down Sunday into Monday, ushering in even more cooler air and a little bit more wind too. So it's going to feel fall-like because this air is going to originate pretty far north as we go throughout. And if you look at the CPC forecast, this goes all the way through September 1st, Labor Day. Still fairly confident that we're going to be below average. By the time we get to Labor Day, a little bit question how far below because our temperatures are falling, but it's definitely going to be a stretch probably going all the way past Labor Day that'll at least be average or below. And you can see those temperatures this weekend. Sunday barely getting to 70. Many areas up north may be in the mid 60s, and lows overnight definitely going to be back in the 40s for a lot of times. So it's going to feel like early October, end of September as we go through this weekend and early next week. And dry too, minus a few showers Friday. This could go on for about a week and a half too. So I love it. I could take this weather all the time.
Yeah, something to look forward to, I think, for sure. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, making a splash. The Packers reportedly linked to a star pass rusher. Plus, the Crew looking to start a massive series with the Cubs on the right foot. Highlights and more next with Jacob.
It's that time, back to school. Make News 8 Now part of your prep. News, tips, dates, links, and more. Go to news8000.com/back-to-school or the News 8 Now app. Expect more. Oh, and don't miss homeroom.
Hey, America, think you can't get a complete dinner with dessert for under $10? Then check out the Great American Burger Trio at Perkins. A juicy cheeseburger, crispy fries, plus a slice of pie, all for just $9.99. Only at Perkins.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
Whatever you were thinking, think even bigger. It's the King Furniture pre-Labor Day sale. Bigger selection, bigger discounts, bigger savings than ever before. Furnish an entire room and save up to 50% off. Now that's what we call big. Plus, trade in your old furniture and get even more off your new purchase. And don't worry about the heavy lifting. Delivery and haul away are free. Deals this big won't last forever. Get to King Furniture. The pre-Labor Day sale is on now.
At Perkins, $5.99 gets you the best breakfast value in America. Get a fresh cracked egg, crispy bacon, and 2 pancakes for just $5.99. The hungrier you are, the better it gets. The Great American Trio, only at Perkins.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
Well, the fall sports season is ramping up. We've got football games this coming Friday, and starting on Wednesday, the Viterbo V-Hawk volleyball squad will start their season with the quest of making it to the NAIA championships for a 12th straight year. The V-Hawks have been a volleyball powerhouse as of late, 129 wins and just 27 losses over the last 4 seasons. The expectations for Viterbo are always high, but it's the culture the team has built that keeps them going year after year.
We definitely know what our end goal is, and now, it's just, working through the things that need to be worked on and focusing on the process, and hopefully good things will happen over the next few months.
That's definitely a standard we always hold for ourselves. Like, we want to win conference. We want to host our NAI opening round. We want to make it to nationals, make it out of pool play, and continue our season on. That's always kind of the goal.
One player to look out for this season is Jada Mitchell, who's going into her senior season. She's a 3-time All-American and is looking to give it her all one more time with a goal of making it back to the semifinals.
To think that we were there just 2 years ago and that we have every potential to get there, I think it does. I know it pushes me, and I bet you it pushes the team even more, that we want to get back to where we were and to see if we can make it even further.
V-Hawks start their season on Wednesday for a tournament at Missouri Baptist with their first home match set for Saturday, September 6th. The Brewers trying to start a new winning streak with a big series against the Cubs. We're scoreless in the third until the power surge for Bryce Terang continues as the solo shot puts the Crew out in front. Still 1-0 in the fifth when the Chicago native himself, Caleb Durbin, crushes one high and deep to left, and that's another souvenir for those fans out there. Another fantastic performance by Freddie Peralta today, who tossed 6 innings of shutout ball, allowing just 1 hit and striking out 6. Then Milwaukee continues to do what they've been doing, and that is put pressure on the opposition and hustle. Joey Ortiz makes it a 3-0 game with the infield hit and error. Brewers tack on some more from there and take the series opener 7-0. Unfortunately, the rain rolling in and causing a postponement of Game 2 of the doubleheader, so the two teams will try it again tomorrow. Game 1 scheduled for 1:20, and the nightcap set for 7:05. Chad Patrick gets the ball in Game 1 for the Crew, while Brandon Woodruff expected to start in Game 2. Fans of the green and gold can exhale a little bit today as Packers quarterback Jordan Love got some work in on the practice field. Love did not partake in any training camp reps a week ago due to a surgery done on the thumb of his left hand after he hurt it on a sack in the first preseason game against the Jets. Today he was throwing in 2 7-on-7 periods with that thumb taped and covered. Head coach Matt LaFleur has already ruled out Love from playing in Green Bay's final preseason game, which is Saturday against the Seahawks. And there are some whispers around the league involving the Packers and pass rush superstar Micah Parsons being linked to a potential trade deal. Earlier today, Ian Rappaport of NFL Network said, quote, "That's the kind of team I would say if Micah was going to be traded that he'd be going to." And it's rumored that Green Bay is one of the teams with interest if Dallas was to make him available via trade. Parsons was the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2021, has been a Pro Bowl nominee in each of his 4 seasons in the league. Guys, I already like this Packers defense, and if they added Parsons,
That'd
it would
be
be a great move.
Yeah.
I mean, it really
Absolute
helped.
game changer. It'd be interested to see what a trade would actually entail. You'd probably want a pass rusher back if you were the Cowboys, and there's a lot of dead cap associated with that. So this is probably a long shot.
Probably a long shot. People like us in the media love it, though. I mean, it's awesome. It's not a move that Green Bay typically makes, but
No.
if that'd be going for it.
That's a home run kind of move
Absolutely.
to really push for a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So I think we're for it.
All
You know,
for it up
take
here.
on the
These
dead
3
cap.
thumbs up.
Deal with the consequences later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob.
Later. All right, more news right after this.
Get up to 60% off list prices on hundreds of items at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Just $349 for an Ashley sofa. Get a power reclining sofa for just $699.
Up to 60% off at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland Furniture.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% tax credit will end this year, so lock in your savings, reduce your electric bills, and get the full 30% credit while it's still available. Call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
We see you out there, making the most of every moment.
Happy birthday, buddy.
One big, bright idea at a time. At Blaine's, we're glad to be part of it by offering best-in-class products and solutions at unbeatable farm and fleet prices. Like men's Rustler jeans, $16.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. 15% off select Rust-Oleum spray paint. And 2-pound bags of Blaine's cashews or deluxe mixed nuts, $3 off. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Listen up, Wisconsin. There's always something exciting in the mix with scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. And the newest games to make some noise, Packers Scratch Games. With over $7.8 million in instant cash prizes. Plus a bonus drawing for 4 Packers season tickets for 1 year. And 195 other Packers prizes. Available now at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Hey folks, Ronnie Craig here, inviting you out to the 28th annual Elvis Explosion, live at the La Crosse Center, September 5, 6, and 7. See over 40 Elvis tribute artists from all over the world. Battle it out for $25,000 in cash. Tickets for this rockin' weekend are at the box office, Ticketmaster.com, or Days of Shows. That's the Elvis Explosion, live at the La Crosse Center, September 5, 6, and 7. See you there, or you ain't nothing but a hound dog.
It's our huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland, and no one sells Sealy for less. Starting as low as $299. Save up to $800 on select mattress sets. Plus, get 72-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. The Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A grizzly at the Milwaukee County Zoo certainly started the week off right, carrying a mellow Sunday attitude right into today.
The footage shows the bear floating on its back, lazily chewing leaves with its paws in the air, looking as relaxed as can be. The zoo wrote a caption under the video saying, quote, "Monday is motivation day, right?
I love
it. No motivation day."
Yep, that bear's an absolute vibe. It's so tough to get things done on a Monday.
I know.
Especially after a good weekend.
I know. We were thinking of like alliteration for Monday today. It says Mellow Monday.
Mellow Monday.
No motivation Monday.
Miserable Monday.
Miserable Monday. Maniac Monday. Oh, prep, please. Okay. More news. Greg has a final look at your four guys right after this.
It's the Labor Day patio closeout at Home Seasonal Concepts. Up to 75% off select floor models. When they're gone, they're gone. Seat pads from just $19.99. Patio umbrellas starting at $69.99. Protective covers up to 50% off while supplies last at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. At American Waterworks, we use modern techniques and warranted solutions to restore your peace of mind in your home. After all, your home's foundation issues won't get better with time, but it will with our proven solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
What keeps me at Eagle Crest are the people that I work with. I enjoy my team so much. I look forward to seeing them every day. I enjoy our monthly meetings, getting to see the other managers from the other facilities and collaborate. I motivate my team by bringing us back to why we're here, going through our residents, getting to know them. You feel like you're really part of a big mission to help our residents have a full and healthy life.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
The Meats family has finally gained a member. Meet Applewood Smoked Ham. Smoked is their middle name. 2 for $7 ham and Swiss melts. Arby's, we have the meats.
News 8 Now wants to help you create memories with your family by watching movies on the big screen. Friday Flicks with Vicki Nichols of Sparta Cinema will tell you all about upcoming must-see blockbusters, plus exclusive deals at the theater. Watch this Friday at 5 a.m. on News 8 This Morning, presented by Sparta Cinema.
It's the Labor Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices plus 3-year special financing on quality mattress brands including Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep during the Labor Day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
Very common theme you're going to see for the next several days is fog. Could be patchy, could be dense, something to keep in mind. And for each morning commute, this could go on for quite a while because we are kind of in the season. Otherwise, less humid, cooler as we go throughout this week, but even fall-like as we go towards the weekend and next week too, especially.
Yeah, there's some thick fog in that graphic. Beware everyone tomorrow.